Hi everyone, it's John. What up? Welcome back to another video, and the preview for episode 6 of the third season of Wheel of Time is out. So we have it here for you today. We're going to watch it, then we're going to break it down. There's a ton of little tidbits in this preview that give us clues as to what we're going to see next episode, including a very special returning actor that I think a lot of people are very, very excited for. So if you love the Wheel of Time as much as I do, if you're excited about the third season, or if you just want to keep up on all of the news that's happening right now, and there is a whole lot of it, consider making us your home for Wheel of Time news. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and of course, tell all your friends. Now, this particular preview has a ton in it. It's just jam-packed, folks. There's a lot to talk about. So without further ado, let's dive into it. But I will be giving a bit of a spoiler warning when it's done airing.
Egwene?
We're here to find the Black Ajah. More importantly, the collar.
Stay back.
My Cabal are loyal to me, and I am loyal to you.
But have you got any jewelry? Like a little collar?
Hey, you!
What do you want?
You met a beautiful woman. Dark hair with white stripe running through it.
Go on. Dig harder. Search further.
Right.
Did you find anything?
We know where Liandrin's staying.
It's just the city. Do you think it's what made her who she is?
Wow. So there's a lot to unpack here, folks. There's a ton of little things like blink if you miss it moments in this teaser, and it gives us a lot of ideas of what they're going to cover in the next episode. So before we dive into it, we do have to give our little handy-dandy Red Hand of Doom spoiler warning. So if you've not read the first 5 books of the Wheel of Time series, that's The Eye of the World, Through the Fires of Heaven by Robert Jordan, and you haven't seen the show, and we're talking the first 3 seasons up to episode 5. I'm going to ruin plot points and character arcs. We're also discussing bits of this preview that we just watched, so I guess if you don't want to know anything or don't like spoilers, probably not the video for you, but most people on my channel enjoy spoilers, and that's why you're here. So let's dive into trying to take apart this teaser. Let's bring it up here. Teaser starts out strong, folks. You have Rand looking guilty as old get out, and then Egwene coming in with a look in her face that can be none other than, I caught you. You have to remember, at the end of the last episode, Egwene was going into people's dreams, which is one of those things from the book series that is kind of considered a little taboo. You're not supposed to really peek on people in their own dreams. It's their own personal space. But she did it a lot in the books anyway, because Egwene didn't care about that. She just wanted to know things, so she did. So she popped in on Matt's dreams, was really happy with what she saw. She saw Matt with his sisters and his mom. His mom's proud of him. Popped into Nynaeve's dreams. Saw Nynaeve with her daughter from her accepted test. Was really happy about that. Perrin was with Hopper crafting an axe. Elayne was with Avienda, channeling just like the sea folk did, just carefree. Everyone's dreams were super happy for them, and also happy for Egwene. She got to see her friends and people she knew and loved just having a good time in their dreams, which is a good thing. Then she popped into Rand's dream, and Rand, of course, was sitting in the same spot that he sat in at the beginning of the season, season 1 rather. So Rand was there in his sheepskin coat, sitting on the same outcrop that him and Egwene sat and shared many intimate moments together, and she initially was pretty happy with that. And then Lanfear pops up. Lanfear with the same haircut as Egwene, to be clear. And it just blew Egwene's mind, because not only does Egwene now know that Rand is at least cheating on her in his dreams, because she can see it, but she knows it's with one of the Forsaken. One of the Forsaken specifically who's been torturing her every single night in her dreams. Wild. So Rand looks guilty because he knows what he was dreaming about, and he probably doesn't feel great about it. And Egwene does not look happy because she knows what he's dreaming about too, and I'm sure that this is going to be a big drop-down, drag-out fight between the two of them. Absolutely. A great way to start this little teaser. Next part of the teaser, you get to see a little bit of the city itself. So we're going to stop here. This is the back of the city. This would be the affluent areas. This is where probably the trade quarter is, where a lot of the merchants and the nobility live. And then you get down below. This is the port part of the city. So when I did my previews before from the teaser trailer and the promotional material, a lot of people were very upset, saying Tanchico is supposed to be an affluent city. It's supposed to be the capital. It's supposed to be all of these great things. It says right in the book series that especially the areas around the port, they're dangerous. There's more footpads than people. There's a whole lot of crime. And this just embodies that. This is like every other open market that you'd see in a port city around the world. Most places that are port cities around the ports themselves are a little bit rougher. They're not quite as affluent. And this is beautifully showing that. Plus, they're showing a lot of the local fashion. You have Nynaeve, Elayne, and Min here dressed up. You got to see Matt dressed up a second ago in what would be considered the local fashion. Veils are a big thing in Tanchico. It's something that everybody wears. Really cool to see. Next we have this. Oh, I got so happy seeing that. So this is a call out, it has to be a call out to chapter 33 of the Fires of Heaven, A Question of Crimson, which we got already as an episode title before, but this here is when, in the book series, Nynaeve was with Val Luca's traveling menagerie, and little aside here, Val Luca can be played by nobody else than Bruce Campbell in my mind. It's just the way it is. If you don't know who Bruce is, go watch Evil Dead. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, Nynaeve was with them, and she had to wear a dress she was not too comfortable wearing, and get on a wheel and have Thom chuck knives at her. So this has to be a direct call out to that. Really cool thing to see either way. I thought it was neat that they put this in there, and if it's not a call out to that, I don't know what it is. It's gotta be. I like seeing it. Then you have this. So you have what appears to be Elayne getting a bit of a rough time from some footpads or some people that are a little bit rough around the edges in this particular open market or bar or inn or wherever it is they're at. And Matt's obviously stepping in, doing Matt things, because that's what Matt does. Matt tries to save people, whether they want to be saved or not, all the time. You see Elayne in the back there with a knife to her throat. Of course, Matt's going to step in and try to help her out with that. Moving along here, we see Liandrin and the other Black Ajah. So you see Naomi, you see Jeannie to the right there. That's the Green Ajah member that lost her warders in the first episode. That It's So Good. And they're all looking at a drawing here. So we knew that they were likely looking for the domination bands or what is in the book series a male Adam to try to control Rand. But here they have an actual picture of it. And we've seen this before. We've seen a statue in downtown Tanchico right in the ports in one of the previous episodes where a man is wearing what looks to be an older version of a Shanshan style collar. Here you have two women holding the bracelets, and then you have a man kneeling on the ground in front of them holding this collar. This is 100% what they're looking for. There's no doubt or question in anyone's mind at this point that the Black Ajah is in Tanchico looking for this object, which is kind of what they did in the book series in the same storyline. So that's a great thing to see. Moving along further, we get to see a little bit of Lanfear with Liandrin in the White Tower. I don't believe this is actually within the White Tower itself. This has to be Teleran Riyadh. It has to be the World of Dreams because Liandrin has fled the White Tower at this point, and she's in Tanchico. She's not going to port herself back there because traveling hasn't really been discovered in the series yet, other than the Forsaken, and there's no way the Forsaken are teaching anybody that. So here she's getting maybe some marching orders from Lanfear. Maybe Lanfear is talking to her about her mission. Maybe Lanfear's the one that sent her on her way to get this thing. We're not sure. But any chance to see Lanfear in those amazing costumes that she has is a chance I'd take to see, of course. And we get a little bit further here. Gross, but par for the course. Moghedien spitting in the food. And we've already seen Moghedien posing as a servant to all the Black Ajah, like she does in the book series. And here she is just hawking a loogie into their food, which is 100% par for the course for her. She's serving them, but she's not happy about it. So she's going to take her revenge on it. Gross to see, but just beautiful for her character. We get a little bit further here. You see Matt. Matt's asking about getting a kind of a necklace type thing, or so he is also looking for the bands, because that's why they're going there. They're going there to thwart the Black Ajah. They think they know why they're there because they figured that out last episode. The two girls, Elayne and Nynaeve, did some Scooby-Dooing, and they figured out, hey, they're looking for this thing. We need to find other things around with it. So, of course, Matt being Matt, not being very cautious, not being very stealth is not his nature. He would fail every stealth mission in every game I've ever played. He just runs in, asking about it, just out in the open. Anybody seen this thing? Which is really neat to see. Like here, you got one of these little collars. Matt, you're going to get everybody in trouble. Get a few more shots of them in this bar or tavern or inn or whatever it is. You see Min and Nynaeve. So, of course, they're all together now. We've seen them in the last episode taking the Raker, the Seafolk vessel, into Tanchico. Now they're all together. And they're actively working together in the storyline itself, which is nice to see. But what I wanted to showcase here is this. So we know that Naomi is adept at some form of what we can only figure is compulsion, some sort of type of channeling that erases memories or changes memories. And we know that Liandrin in the book series also has a vested interest in learning and knowing about compulsion as well. The compulsion that they use in the book series, or Liandrin uses in the book series, is not exactly what you would consider real compulsion by the Forsaken. And we did get to see a little bit of that mind magic from Naomi in the episode when she just cleared out the 13th depository. She took all those objects of power. She used her form of channeling, whether it be compulsion or something a little bit different, against both Varen and her sister. Varen was able to fight it off. Her sister, not so lucky in that respect. This looks to be like Liandrin using that exact same type of weave against her, either threatening her or maybe doing something, carving out some memories. We're not sure just yet, but compulsion is now going to be 100% canon in the show. We know it is going to be. All right, so this is a blink if you miss it moment. Can we get back to that spot, and can I pause it in the right area? Yes we can. So here we have Elayne standing on a table with a mysterious man with a guitar. That could be none other than Thom Merrilin himself. We know that the actor who plays Thom Merrilin is going to be in the next episode. That is his guitar. That is his costume. That is what he looked like in all the promotional material, all of the leaks. And there's been a hint of a musical episode. Now, we do know that there's going to be some music played, some singing. It's been alluded to in interviews with different people. We know that Elayne, or Kiara Coveney, is going to sing in the show. Here she is on a table in this bar with Thom Merrilin himself playing the guitar and singing. This is going to be great, folks. I don't know what else to say. This is going to be absolutely wild. One of those things. Like she does this in the books too. She loves learning rowdy, kind of like lowbrow songs. She enjoys drinking, maybe a little too much sometimes in the book series, gets herself in trouble. I think we're going to see some of that next episode, which is nice to see for this. But yeah, look at that. There is no question that's Thom. That is his guitar. That is him on the table with Elayne. And we know from leaks and from official material that Thom is going to be in this episode and that he is a part of their storyline in Tanchico. So we knew it was happening, folks, but it's nice to see. It's nice to see a little call out to him. And then we get some shots of Min and Nynaeve walking through the port town. Maybe they've had a little bit too much to drink. Maybe they're just having a good time. Either way, we get to see more of the markets and things that are going on out and about, which is nice. I think the whole story is going to be them just searching for things. And then we get a shot at the end here, which can be none other than Liandrin herself. Let's bring me back up here and we'll talk just a bit about that. So that last scene there, we get to see a young girl with honey-colored hair that would be a dead ringer for a very young Liandrin, channeling and screaming as someone walks into the room. Do you think this is what made her what she is the line over top of that. So I think we're seeing some of Liandrin's flashbacks, some of her story. We've already seen some of that in the show, where she's coming home. And what a homecoming it was. She basically just decimated an entire family and friends and then took over their spot while saving a young girl in the process. So she is not totally 100% evil. She's just evil in some aspects. I guess is the best way to put it. But the whole teaser basically alludes to the hunt for the Black Ajah in Tanchico. We know that Min, Elayne, Nynaeve, Matt, and Thom are involved in that hunt. And we're going to see some of that next episode, which is going to be absolutely wild. I can't wait to see that. So let me know in the comments down below what you folks think. What do you think is going to happen next episode? What do you hope to see from that storyline? Remember, it's a Tanchico storyline for the book series, but since Matt's there, he's likely going to be some of the Ebudar storyline kind of crammed into it as well. That's been the prevailing theory among the fandom for probably a little over a year now. What do you folks hope to see? What do you expect to see? And let me know down below too if you're enjoying what we're seeing here on the channel with the reviews, breakdowns, and Easter egg videos. Now, I've done a breakdown yet of the last episode, episode 5. That'll probably come tomorrow. And then that's going to be followed with my interviews with Luke Featherston and Tom Snapper. I'll probably release both of those on the same day, just to try to keep up with the releases that are going out there right now. Walt Wednesday, we'll do a Walt Wednesday release. And then Thursday, of course, back to review for the next episode and carrying on. Some thoughts about this, folks. So just so you folks are aware, once the season is done, Wheel of Time news is going to shrink. It's going to, there's going to be less stuff to talk about. There's always going to be Wheel of Time stuff to talk about. But here in the channel, you're likely only going to get 1, maybe 2 Wheel of Time videos from me per week. That's what we're going to be putting out there, because that's probably all what we're going to have. We'll do a lot of explain stuff. I'm going to be doing a book breakdown series where we're going to read through the books again, and we will be talking book summaries and book theories and things that are going on with that. So I'm going to lean book heavy into books between the seasons. But we're also going to be doing a few other things here on the channel too. We're going to be expanding a little bit. I'm going to be doing book reviews. I've already done a couple on the channel. Yes, I've done A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's back there. You can see it on the shelf. We're going to be expanding that. I'm going to be getting some new fantasy and sci-fi books from Tor. We're going to be doing a lot of reviews here, probably one every week or 2 here on the channel at least. We're also going to be talking about other things than the Wheel of Time. Not near as much as we're talking about Wheel of Time. Wheel of Time is still going to be the bulk of what the channel is going to be about, but there'll be other things here too, just because during the time between seasons, there were times when I could not do a video more than maybe once every 2 to 3 weeks or a month. And I don't want to do that. I want to put out more content. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this pace of 1 video a day. We probably won't keep up with the 1 video a day, folks, but it'll be close to that. We'll at least do 3 or 4 videos a week. So yes, 2 of them will likely be Wheel of Time related. We'll probably do 2 other videos a week as well, focusing on other things. Don't worry, they'll be in their own playlist, segregated from the rest of the channel a little bit. So if you don't want to listen to anything other than Wheel of Time stuff, you don't have to. But it'll be there for anyone who enjoys other things, including book reviews and other news that pops up as well. So there's that. All right. Well, thank you so very much for sticking with us here to the very end, folks. Here's to many more.